Welcome back to Add Art. Today's Add Art is to celebrate the 75th anniversary of VE Day. Now, VE stands for Victory in Europe and was towards the end of the Second World War. It was first announced on the radio by Winston Churchill on the 8th of May 1945, and I thought it would be fitting to draw a Spitfire plane flying over the white cliffs of Dover. So that's what we're going to do today. Let's make a start. First we'll start with the front of the plane, coming back to the cockpit, and to the nose and the propeller. This is quite pointed, so we'll bring that round. And it kind of comes down a bit further and back. The Spitfire we're drawing today is a Mark 1. There was also a Mark 2 Spitfire as well. I'm going to put in some of these famous elliptical wings that they both had. Now the Mark 1 had a top speed of 362 miles per hour, making it the fastest plane for the British RAF. Put the cockpit in here. Now we're going to take a bit of creative license with this Spitfire today and have the pilot leaning out of the cockpit, giving us a thumbs up that the war is almost over. So bring that to the back. Here's his head. He's going to be wearing a flight helmet. These were like leather caps. They had almost like bits of egg box, they looked like, stuck to the side. Help them hear better. Pair of goggles. Put his face in. Now, the Spitfire was designed by R.J. Mitchell, and it's probably the most famous plane of World War II. It was known for its high speed and light weight, and it made it incredibly manoeuvrable and was instrumental in the victory during the Battle of Britain. Let's put his eyes in. Put a smile in. He's pleased that peace has been agreed in Europe. Just do his arm on the controller. Towards the back, put the tail in. I was reading at the peak of the Battle of Britain, 372 Spitfires were used, which is incredible to think. And that would have been a combination of the Mark 1 and Mark 2 Spitfires. And the difference was the engine size. They both had Merlin engines. But the Mark II had a bigger engine in it, making them slightly faster. Let's put the second wing in. It's quite a unique silhouette when you see them in the sky. I've seen them at air shows by the coast, and they're an incredible sight to behold when they fly past you in formation. I know Captain Tom Moore was lucky enough to have a Spitfire flyby in his honour recently for his 100th birthday. I think he thoroughly deserved it as well. It's starting to come together as a plane now. A small wheel at the back. Now, let's put the other, almost like target, on the side here. We'll colour that towards the end, and each had its own unique sort of registration number on the side here. Now I copied this one off the internet. It's a Spitfire that's still flying. Apparently you can do days out in it, and it flies near Biggin Hill. And there's sort of smaller letters here. Numbers. Red, white and blue markings on the back there as well. Okay, I'm going to put some cannons in here, some 20mm cannons. I think the later ones had 303 machine guns, which could shoot 160 rounds per second, which is almost inconceivable. Let's put the propeller in. I'm not going to draw it static because obviously it's flying, so we just do it almost like these zigzaggy shapes. It gives the illusion of movement as though the propeller's spinning really fast. And I'll put some sort of go faster stripes between the two. It just looks like it's rotating round and round. Just finish off the body of the plane there. Put in these outlet pipes for the Merlin engine. Just putting in some of this camouflage. It's got a unique sort of pattern to hide it in the air and on the ground as well. On VE Day, when everyone heard that Europe had signed a peace treaty, they all headed out into the streets dressed in red, white and blue and celebrated and had street parties. And apparently those near Buckingham Palace cheered as King George VI and his family, which included Princess Elizabeth, who's now our Queen, came out onto the balcony. Now the Queen described VE Day as one of the most memorable nights of her life. I think VE Day is also a day to reflect and remember all those people who lost loved ones during the war. And let's put in the White Cliffs of Dover here as well. There's pilots heading home. Cliff comes down to the edge of the sea. There's a very famous wartime song by Vera Lynn that sings of bluebirds over the White Cliffs of Dover. We'll put some little waves on the sea here. Let's finish off those cliffs. Try and make this scene look as British as possible. with some farmland in the distance. Just bring these lines down so it looks like fields. There we go. Let's divide those up. So it's looking more like farmed land. We can even have the farmer here waving the pilot back home. Maybe his wife here celebrating the end of war in Europe. Now the war was to go on until August. So Winston Churchill gave a very famous speech, and in it he said something that's probably quite pertinent to today. He said, "We may allow ourselves a brief period of rejoicing, but let us not forget for a moment the toil and effort that lies ahead." So we might be having some street parties later this week, but it's worth remembering that there are still people working really, really hard at the moment to help us out. And there we have it. There is our Spitfire pilot flying his Mark I Spitfire over the White Cliffs of Dover. I do hope you've enjoyed drawing along with that today. If you have, do remember to subscribe so you can see all the other ad art drawings that I do. And if you could give me a like, that would be brilliant. It helps me to grow my channel and for more children to get to see ad art. And if you want to make a suggestion as to what I should draw next, then get a grown-up to send me a message on my Instagram account, which is @ad_art_king, and maybe I'll choose your idea for next time. But that's it for today, and enjoy VE Day, and I'll see you again on Ad Art. Bye for now.